Good morning. It's Monday. Are you all right? How you doing? You doing okay? Yeah, why not? Short work week, right, for most of us. Yes, I know some of you have to work. I work in the news. We're on every day. I'm old now, so I don't have to work on Thanksgiving, which is nice. That's one nice thing about being here for, well, it's not the only nice. That sounded negative. I didn't mean to be negative. There are many good things about being old. Getting the vacation days you want is it's probably top 3. Yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about, really, so why don't we just throw the weather up here? That's the joy of the CBSN Minnesota morning update. Sometimes we get a little random. It's fine. Today, give a shout out to Riley O'Connor, who all morning long managed to do a full forecast that basically said, normal day. It's going to be fine. You know, sunny, fine. Nothing noteworthy. Tomorrow, chance of snow tomorrow. That's when the good stuff happens tomorrow. Let's get talking about this Thanksgiving week. My goodness, it has been nonstop negotiation with my family over the weekend. Everybody kind of agreed with the cases going up and everything that we're just going to stay home with our individual families. We're going to do like a side dish exchange where we'll drop off side dishes at everybody's house. It'll be nice. It'll be a nice tradition. We'll, it's not going to be the same, but what is, right? Health officials have said, starting Friday, the CDC said, don't travel. But when you went to the airports, people were traveling. You know, you buy a ticket. I guess people felt like they couldn't change their plans, or they felt that Thanksgiving was more important. More than 2 million people went through checkpoints on Friday and Saturday. AAA, they expect 50 million to travel in some form this week. Obviously, not all states are as hot as we are, but there is case growth in every state. What do you think about this? Are you going to travel this Thanksgiving? If you had a ticket for a flight, would you take it? We'll share through some of your comments in a moment. Another COVID-19 vaccine is showing promising results, and some Minnesotans were involved in this test. It's AstraZeneca and Oxford teamed up on this vaccine, and this is kind of interesting. They say the vaccine, one shot, 70% effective in preventing the disease. They tried doing 2 shots, 2 full doses, and that was like 60-some% effective. But if people get a half dose and then a full dose, protection rose to about 90%. Interesting, right? Pfizer and Moderna say their COVID-19 vaccines are almost 95% effective. So, man, if you could have all 3 of these vaccines going out, can hit a lot of people quickly. Hennepin County opening a new round of emergency funding for small businesses. We went to Honey and Mackey's, a great little ice cream shop in the Plymouth area. $13 million approved, expected to go to about 1,000 different businesses. I don't know what 15 grand is going to do for a lot of these businesses, but it's something. It's a lifeline. It can pay your rent. It can pay your utilities. It can pay some bills for you, right? That's how much first-time applicants can get. $10,000 if you've applied before. Honey and Mackey's plans on applying for that money now because the dial-back order is kind of preventing her from serving by the scoop.
I'm hopeful. I have an amazing team who are here and supportive. We have an amazing community, but I also know that the longer we're in this type of mode, the less viable we are.
And the application for grant money opens at noon today. It is not every day you meet a business owner who is hoping to go out of business, but a father and son in Bloomington just opened a face mask store. They say they look forward to when it won't be needed anymore. Old Shakopee Road, France Avenue is where it is. They're selling triple-layer masks, $5 each. They say that's about what it costs to make them. They've also donated thousands of masks to senior centers and others who need it. It all started out of their home, expanded to pop-up shops. Now they have a physical location for the colder months.
We just thought we were going to just make a few for our friends, but people started coming to our door at our house. Yeah. And it got to be really crazy for a while. They were lined up.
With this pandemic on the rise right now, we want to make sure people are wearing good quality masks and wearing them correctly.
If those 2 guys look familiar, you might remember them from a story we did on their rocket business. We featured them a couple months ago. They hold dozens of state and national speed records for homemade rockets. They tell us they're eager to shut down the mask store and get back to making parachutes. for rockets instead. Thousands of people are going to have turkey this Thanksgiving because of the Thielen Foundation. Adam Thielen and his wife Caitlin got some help from Jenny O Turkeys. They're donating 2,000 birds to those who need it the most. Their gift provided a potential 20,000 meals.
Yeah, we talked about it a lot, and really talked about when we first kind of got into the league that we felt that we were put here for a reason, that we were given this opportunity, this platform for a reason to give back and to help glorify God and all that He's given us. We feel was given to us to be able to give back and to kind of spread that.
Things are beginning to look a little more festive around the world, from turkeys to Christmas. This is Brussels. CBSN Morning Update. We take you all over the world. 60-foot tall tree sits in the main city square. One of the only holiday events organized by the city this year, although, Europe is just magical around the holidays. Those annual Christmas markets, of course, canceled as the pandemic starts to reignite in Europe. In Paris, I tell you what a sight. The Champs-Élysées, aglow in red for the holiday season. Look how empty it is. Wow. France in lockdown helped slow the spread of COVID-19. The mayor of Paris says the city will celebrate the holidays. That is the last trip that my wife and I took to Paris and to the wine country in France around this time last year. Something else. Take a look at these images from eastern Russia. Look at the signposts and the trees, and the cars all covered in a thick layer of ice. Several days of snow and ice. Then they had a big drop in temperature. They say they haven't seen this much ice for 30 years. Well, anything but in and out. How much do you love a burger? 14 hours for some customers. Colorado's first In-N-Out burger to get served on Friday. Look at these lines. Some of these lines were 8 hours long for the weekend. People wanted to taste the double-double. It's a good burger. I mean, it's fresh. It's fresh burger. It's only on the western half of the United States. Based in California, opened a restaurant in Aurora and Colorado Springs. All right, we have mixed reaction to this video in our newsroom today. Is this a tremendous survival story, a beautiful rescue, as Florida man goes into a pond and snatches his dog from the jaws of death? That alligator was looking for dinner, was thinking a hot dog looked pretty good. But this guy jumped into action. Or is this a horrifying video of a guy who doesn't stop sucking on his cigar while he wrestles an alligator? I mean, I think it's a beautiful story. Look at the dog run away. It's gorgeous. All right, you decide. This story is very amusing to me. Signs posted in Canada: do not let moose lick your car. Why are moose licking cars in Canada? First of all, Canadian cars all are fueled by maple syrup. And so they're just licking the syrup up. It's so delicious. I don't know if people know this. Everything in Canada is fueled by maple syrup. I'm being told that's wrong, that I made that up. It's salt, road salt. So the moose get close. They're like, hey, moose love a salt lick. So they're licking people's cars. Keep it moving, Canadians. All right, let's get back to today's talker. Are you planning on traveling this week? Play that funky music and show us what the people are saying. Sherry Kinney, I am living my life. The holiday season, the best time of year, sometimes the only time to see loved ones. You cannot run from a virus. Stop living in fear. Live your life. We can fly in our own plane. Well, I guess. Yeah. Or we can drive. All right, Sherry, thank you. Becca, staying home. Plan B, mom is making dinner, splitting it in 3, dropping one dinner at our place and one at my brother's. Becca, thank you. Diana canceled their get-together. There would have been 25 plus people in the immediate family. Yeah, the hard thing with these gatherings in the house, especially over a long period of time, it's so hard to socially distance. It just is. Thanks, Diana. Here's Dolly Morantis. No way to travel. I need it, though. Yeah, it's a no-no for Dolly. Yeah, I miss traveling too. I miss seeing my family in Chicago. I haven't seen them in a year, which stinks. Yeah, Judy, same as me, no traveling and a FaceTime with family. We'll be FaceTiming. We're splitting up the dinner. I got the turkey and the mashed potatoes and the Brussels sprouts, and my sister-in-law is doing the sweet potatoes, and kind of everybody's doing their part. Thanks, Judy. Here's Tamara. A Zoom Thanksgiving prevents an ICU Christmas. I like that. Stay home, not my line, but I agree. And I'm happy to share the sentiment. Yeah, it's a sacrifice, right? Annette says, I think travel's a bad idea. We're going to see a huge outbreak after Thanksgiving. I'll be praying for everyone. I understand, like some of us, maybe you feel like it's the right thing to do, but to go ahead and take that trip, and maybe there's a mental health reason you really need to be with maybe a loved one who's alone. But, you know, think about it. Think about it. That's all we can ask. And we've decided to cancel our Thanksgiving. That's what we did because we care about you. We care about everybody else. So that's what we're trying to do this year. That's the Morning Update, CBSN Minnesota. We appreciate you. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you tomorrow.